we're gonna talk about the Czech culture, and you're not gonna believe how beautiful these people are. So anyone out there who is interested in the Slavic languages or also in grammar, all right, we're talking about the grammar, okay? So everyone who's interested or struggling with that right now, with Slavic languages, grammar, or also right now, heart to heart, this is the kind time of the year, but who's struggling to always stay kind to themselves and to others, this is the video for you right now, because these are the lessons that I got from Czech. And today's video, let's just continue watching, okay? In the first lesson, we're gonna go straight into it. What does make the Czech so special? What is so special about the Czech people, okay? First of all, once you step foot into their country, you will notice that their Slavic is not the same as any other Slavic, right? Because whenever you compare the Czech to the Polish Slavic, right, or the Czech to the Slovenian, Slovakian, even the ones that are very similar, you will notice, even Croatian, down to or up to Russia, down to other languages, you will notice that Czech has a way more smoother tone into it, right? Because they don't use hard things like they do use it, but it sounds very, very smooth, right? While with other Slavic languages, you would sometimes feel like if you don't understand it, it would sound very hard and very cold. While with Czech, this is not always the case, or almost never the case, because with Czech people, it is very similar with German people, right? If you don't know about German people, is that they may look cold on the outside, but when you get to meet them and when you get to have a talk with them inside, that's very similar to Danish or Swiss, but with Czech, it's a little different. They will be very, very nice to you, very happy, very smilingly, especially when you go on more closer things like hiking, right? While with Czech, it is very easy to make friends because they're very easy to talk to you. It is just like very similar to, you know, Italy, right? Where it is easy to ask someone about the directions and not feel anything for it, right? Or you go somewhere with the car, right? And you try to find a place and there's a car just coming out from the parking lot. And this car is easy to say, hey, there's no more place there. And Czechs are not, Czechs are not like hesitant to hold back for conversations. That's whenever you're learning Czech, you will love the fact that Czech is so heartwarming language, not only beautiful language. The reason I say this is because my own mom is Czech. That means Czech blood runs through my veins, and I have Czech hair, I have Czech eyes. That's all the features of my grandmother, right? Because my grandmother is 100% Czech, my grandfather is 100% Czech, right? And so this is what I really believe. And first lesson is that once you learn the Czech language or once you learn any Slavic language, you're gonna see the beautiful similarities. And you're gonna see that it is all just then starting to make sense. Especially when you first learn the Slavic languages, maybe Russian isn't the one, because the Russian is the Slavic language that is most distant to all, right? But yes, Czech is really a good idea. Okay, that was lesson 1. Now let's continue with lesson 2, guys. And I'm so excited you're here, and thank you so much. All the people in here, help me out, okay? Help me out. Make sure that you like this video, right? When you like this video, continue watching my videos, okay? All the people here, like this video right now, okay? How many are here? Maybe 30, maybe 100? Like, okay? That needs to show so that we can share all of this to many people. Thank you so much for the likes. I see them already. Very good. Number 2, lesson number 2. Grammar. Let's talk about grammar, but let's not talk about it in like a way. Let's talk about it in a fun way, okay? Grammar. So Czech grammar, I first started learning Czech when I was a very little child. And then I first started self-studying Czech when I was around 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago. And I learned more about the Czech grammar. And I started with the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D. And they have C, then they have C, s háčkem, then they have other things like D, then they have the D. And these are things that need to be learned, right? Learned once and for all. Learned once and for all. And once, yes, Czech culture. And once you have learned them, you will be able to then unlock new skills. So when it comes to alphabets, any alphabets in any scripture, you will unlock the reading, okay? And what does the reading do? Based on science, reading, when you read in a language, and it's just so interesting to you, without even realizing, you will acquire the language naturally, and you will acquire it so fluently, and you will acquire it so naturally that you will always want to go back to this natural, like apprentice. And that's why the most natural things for an adult to do in learning languages, it would be to first learn about the alphabet, so the scripture of the language, to then associate the sounds to the letters, to then and then be able to read the words, right? Because you unlock reading and you unlock writing as well. And this is so good in multitasking, because when we write, naturally we read, right? And when we write, we read. And whenever you read actual scriptures and actual good books that are written in perfect language, this is then going to level out that you will be reading good language over and over again. And that means that you're just going to naturally know the language well, because you have read it and you have made sentences. Maybe you haven't understood some words, you have understood them in context. Maybe you needed to look up some words. This is all fine in the language acquisition. Just make sure that you continue. And once you continued and even make interest out of the story and you like the story, then you can just read. It is so beautiful to how easily you will pick up a language. And this is in Czech, okay? So lesson number 2, learn the alphabet of any language and you will already be 70% ahead. That's what I believe. Yeah, sawadika! I'm in Thailand right now and I have Thai people watching as well as people from all over the world. I'm so excited to share my message. So if you're here, like, right? The viewers and the like is not the same. Okay, so like, get a like. All right. And now, the views and the likes, let's keep them the same, right? And thanks for the comments. And now, number 3. Okay, lesson number 3. I'm so excited to share with you guys. Lesson number 3 is kindness, right? We talked about kindness. What does kindness mean? All right, a person in the comments just wrote, I have well, maybe this was just a troll, but kindness. Why do we need to practice kindness? Why? Is because this is literally the biggest and the best and the most best feeling that we as humans can get. This is like a very simple language, right? This is the best feeling we can get. And how do we humans thrive, right? If we feel good, if we feel secure. And so how is the first thing how we can feel happy right now? If we practice kindness. Kindness in as little as doing an act that is considered kind, like showing a smile, right? Showing a smile at a stranger. Or what is another act that is kind? If, let's say, a birdie falls from a tree, and is laying there and maybe needs some help, all right, you'll be able to take a bag and maybe put it on the side so it isn't in the center of the road, for example. Whatever kindness means to you, small things like dusting off the table, right? Dusting off the table so that your wife doesn't need to do it. These are all small things of kindness, right? And when we first practice those small things of kindness to ourselves, all right, what are some small things of kindness to yourselves? What? Very easy, right? Very, very easy. You can talk kindly to yourself, right? And so in Czech, so that's my lesson 3 for Czech Republic, and after this we get off. So thank you everyone for being here. Lesson number 3 for Czech Republic is that kindness goes a long way, and in Czech Republic, family is number 1, right? As much as family is number 1. It's just that your grandma or your mother or your auntie, you would even daily want to meet up and talk and have fun and laughter. And so in lesson 3 is that family, around or not around, it's that kindness, right? It's that kindness that we always search for. And And if the family isn't around, then we're going to make it up, right? Some people who are living alone in other countries, they make it up through, you know, having yoga retreats or Pilates retreats with the girls, right? And or whatever. Whatever act of kindness you can do to yourself that makes you feel good. For some, this is, I love it. Your channel is family oriented, especially, yes. So family is this one feeling, right? Familiarity, family, people you like, you love, you've chosen for yourself. And now, how can you have this feeling within you first, right? And I have fostered this feeling through many things. And I'm, of course, on my journey, I am just like percentages, right? These are like all percentages. And I'm nowhere near 100%, right? I'm all like 20%, and then I'm 23%. And it's always a little bit better, and sometimes maybe a couple of steps back. Oh yeah, Sawadee-ka. Jim, Sawadee-ka. Chai Shi Dao. Yeah, that was my Thai. And I was saying that, yeah, what are the things that can make you like feel like you are family to yourself, right? What are the things that, yeah, that maybe your mom did that made you feel good, and now you can find a way to practice that type of hobby or practice this type of feeling again and again. And by the way, is that whenever you have memories in your past, they don't need to stay in the past, right? You can feel them, right? You can feel them in the present, right? And this is what lesson 3 gave me, is that, yeah, go back to your memories often, say thanks to them. And even if you have already shed light on them, even if you have already like healed the trauma from them, from those lessons, like, yeah, shed the light, yeah, you can go back and feel the good emotions from them, right? You have now healed the like negative emotions, and now you can go back, and anytime that you want to do something family oriented to yourself and familiar to yourself, and you want to feel good, then why not say thanks to the great memories and feel that moment over again, right? Feel that happiness over again, right? And then you have a million of beautiful happy moments to choose from in your life. And the more that you practice them, the more you will remember them, right? And the more they will feel familiar, good. And well, this is then all stored in your body. This happiness is going to be stored in your body, I believe, right? Good. Continue watching.